Stardust Racers might be Universal's best roller coaster. And yeah, I know how insane that sounds, especially when it's competing with rides like velocicoaster. That coaster completely redefined what a modern thrill ride could be. But the more I think about it, the more I ride Stardust Racers, the more convinced I am that this might be something even bigger. Honestly, it might not just be Universal's best coaster, it might be the perfect roller coaster. Now, obviously, perfect is a bit subjective. Everyone looks for something different in a ride. But in my opinion, a perfect coaster needs to check a few major boxes. It needs to look incredible from the outside, it needs to deliver thrills without being exhausting, and it needs to feel like more than just steel and track. It needs atmosphere, intention, and identity. And I genuinely believe Stardust Racers checks every single one of those boxes. So let's break it down. Before we actually get into those big categories though, I want to break down each side of this ride. Once you pass through metal detection, you're giving a choice: Pulsar or Photon, or more commonly known as the green side and the yellow side. And while I personally lean towards green, the reality is that both sides are absolutely elite. Both tracks are packed with airtime, aggressive sustained ejector airtime that just does not let up. In fact, I'm pretty confident this coaster has the most airtime of any ride in Orlando. So if airtime is your thing, Stardust Racers is basically paradise. The only major difference between the two sides happens right after the second launch during the signature Celestial Spin. This is where the two trains roll around each other in one of the most insane visuals I've ever seen. On the green side, you roll while climbing upward, and the yellow side rolls while descending. It's a small difference on paper, but it completely changes how the element feels. Outside of that, the layouts are slightly rearranged, but both sides give you the same core experience. Non-stop airtime, rapid pacing, and near constant interaction with the other train. And that interaction is what really makes this ride special. But now, onto the actual boxes. And the first one for me is visual appeal. A truly great coaster should be just as fun to watch as it is to ride, and Stardust Racers absolutely nails this. When you approach the attraction, it's immediately obvious that a lot of the layout is hidden. But instead of being a drawback, this actually makes the ride a lot more intriguing. Universal carefully chose which elements to put on display, and they chose very wisely. The most iconic moment is the head-on flyby. Two trains racing straight towards each other, diving through a valley filled with steam. It's intense and instantly grabs your attention. And at night, with the lighting effects fully active, it becomes one of the most visually striking coaster moments I've ever seen. But even beyond that, there's so much to appreciate. Pulsar's double up over the entrance shows a clean, powerful silhouette. The top hats in the distance give the ride a massive sense of scale, and of course the Celestial Spin is just mesmerizing to watch as the trains rotate around each other. It's the kind of coaster where you can stand outside for 10 minutes and never get bored. Now let's talk about the thrill factor, because Stardust Racers still is absolutely delivering here. This is one of the most thrilling coasters I've ever ridden, but what really sets it apart is how it delivers those thrills. The airtime is relentless, with pure ejector moments stacked back to back. There's barely any dead space in the layout, which makes the pacing feel incredibly tight and intentional. The Celestial Spin adds an extra layer of chaos, providing strong whip and disorientation, but the true standout is how you interact with the other train. If you sit towards the back rows, you'll experience multiple moments where the trains cross paths at shocking proximity. During the launches, and especially during the Celestial Spin, it genuinely feels like you could reach out and touch the other riders as they flip overhead. Those interactions add a psychological thrill on top of a physical one, and that's something very few coasters manage to do. It's that added edge that gives Stardust Racers an advantage over even rides like velocicoaster. And finally, we get to theming, arguably the hardest thing to do on a high-thrill coaster. At extreme speeds and heights, it's difficult to tell a coherent story, but Stardust Racers approaches theming in a way that actually makes sense for a ride of this scale. The story is simple, but effective. You're racing across comets alongside celestial beings, taking part in their favorite pastime, well, comet racing. It's light, it's fun, and it doesn't get in the way of the ride itself. And yes, it definitely feels like Doc Brown may have helped out behind the scenes. If you know, you know. The queue and station are designed with a sleek Art Deco style, and the station itself resembles a train terminal. It's subtle, but once you notice it, everything clicks. The space feels purposeful and polished, and all around beautiful, especially with the nice comet hanging out of the station. Throughout the queue, you also spot these shining orbs that are supposed to be comets, and they actually look really cool. Most of the on-ride theming comes from the trains themselves. The glowing star-like lights paired with the energetic music gives the ride a sense of momentum and excitement. But at night, it transforms completely. With the track left unlit, the trains appear to soar freely through the darkness, glowing brighter than ever. Combined with the upbeat nighttime remix of the ride's theme, it genuinely feels like you're racing through space. So, when you step back and look at the full picture, thrills, pacing, and theming, it becomes clear just how special Stardust Racers really is. Universal Creative didn't just build a great coaster, they built an experience that feels alive. Something that's exciting to watch, unforgettable to ride, and rewarding every single time you come back. And that's why, for me at least, Stardust Racers isn't just one of Universal's best coasters, it might be the best. But I want to know what you think. Do you agree, or does another coaster take that top spot for you? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I post all about theme parks and roller coasters, and I love sharing my thoughts with you all. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.